funny.
I'm recording. Is
Okay,
that okay?
that's fine. It's
Okay.
funny. I've been on a lot of, not a lot, but a few podcast things where I'm trying so hard to mess around to
Right.
get, and I'm not a computer dude.
I'm not, I used to be. I'm not so much anymore like I was when I was a kid with the weaker computers back then, that were coming out and Commodores and stuff like that. But
That's
but
my
uh
era right
but
there.
that's a long time ago, for sure. But I don't know. I'm trying to figure this thing out. We've got video now. We did it the last time, so I'm happy about that for sure. But how are you
See me at
doing?
all?
Huh? Yeah, I can see you. Looks like you're a little lower,
I'm
not
configured.
as centered in the picture,
I
but
still,
you're there.
I don't know. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. I see half of you, half your head. If you were a little taller, or if you move are you on a laptop?
Yes.
There you go. Perfect. Now we're good.
I don't see what you see, but whatever.
Am I above you, a little square at
Yeah.
all? Okay.
No, no, I am above you.
Oh, okay, cool. Then it's working right. Awesome. How you doing?
Yeah. Good, man. It's funny. I'm trying to fix this thing. I'm sorry.
That's all
It's
right. You're
driving
good.
me nuts. I don't know if you can see me or not.
Yeah, I can see you. I see you just fine. You're perfectly in the middle of the screen, and I see Jason Voorhees on your door there or something.
Oh, who knows? Kiss and horror and
Right on. Nothing wrong with Kiss, that's for sure. So, what do you think about them getting the Kennedy honors? That was pretty
oh,
cool.
that was cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
absolutely thought it was very cool. Can we split the screen so
I can try. Let me see if I can.
I'm not trying to be a
No, 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 no.
because all I see is a tiny little thing of me and I don't know how my hair looks.
Your hair looks great.
Because that's important.
It does. Looks better than mine. Should be able to split this somehow, I would think.
All I see is a tiny little. I mean, I look like a little
Right. Let me see if I can do it.
nothing. I don't.
It's not.
Not that I mean, it's an ego thing. I'm just saying.
Let's see here. Let me go put this on here for a second. Let me look at my settings and
Funny.
go to recording. And I think,
Kiss cardboard cut up behind you.
yes, life size.
It's right here. I got it right
You got
here.
the same one?
It's right here. I can touch it.
Right on. I'm trying to find the split screen. Okay, there we go. That's probably the one I want to.
I would have no idea, sir. I'm just not good with computers.
You're all right. I've almost got it, I think.
But anyway, if you can't, that's fine.
I might not be able to. I thought I saw it in here somewhere, but
I would have no idea. Somebody was asking me about doing a channel and a drumming channel.
right, you should.
They were pitching me this little idea, and I'm thinking, well, that'd be cool. And then I'm thinking to myself, well, I need to hire somebody to,
Right.
film it or edit or whatever the heck. 'Cause I don't know what the heck I'm doing.
I don't think I can split it. I can't figure it out. But
So how you doing, brother?
I'm doing okay. I've been, and it's the one
It's
thing
not
in this
easy.
world I know. It's not. I should have
know.
done a lot more research first and read up on it and did it the way they suggested, is build up some shows before you start. I got to where 8 months into it, I still haven't put out a podcast. I had to put something out. So I did, and it's been trouble since then, but it's also, I've learned a lot and I've met some rock stars. So, I'm doing
Well,
what
hey,
I'm supposed
there
to
you
be
go,
doing.
right?
There's nothing wrong with that. So I'm happy. It's going a little smoother now that I got
Yeah,
video
and I got
better.
frustrated. and
Yeah,
I
I'm not as
just kinda
frustrated. This thing has given me a couple strokes like 6 months ago, I think, trying to upload a video. And I had a
Sure.
couple strokes, and that kind of opened my eyes a little bit to things. So I know that there's not a lot of time left, and there's lots of things I want to do. And this is like, I think, the easiest way, or maybe hardest way, I don't know, to meet some of these guys that I've, been my heroes, or talk to some people, because everybody is a rock star. At some point in their life, no matter who they are, they're a rock star. They either in the mirror or something, they're looking at, whatever. And I'm just trying to showcase those people, whether they play or not,
Well,
'cause-
that means we're a bunch of broke rock stars too. then.
well, that's what, yeah. I know music, that's an interesting business, and I know nothing about it. But
I know
I know you guys get the shaft on things,
a
musicians
little bit
get the
about it.
shaft a little bit,
Yeah.
but if they're smart too, they get to have some of the toys and whatever too, and have some fun, but I don't know. I'm
Yeah,
learning.
I've been down that road where I got screwed
Right.
big time, but I had a good time.
I bet,
But
you're in the middle of it, a
but
little
I
bit.
but I didn't get the paycheck
Right. Right.
that was promised.
Right.
You know,
Right.
I'm still waiting for that.
Right. There we go. Okay. We're good. Sorry.
Yeah, the last podcast I did was a wrestling one, and I kept dragging. I think it's my reception over here, I
Right.
guess.
Well,
So I apologize.
I'm in like a 50 by 30 shop, and there's an entryway to it and then a big garage door. You just gotta up it up, bro. Yep. There you go.
It's probably my fault.
Sorry about that. Perfect.
No, it's my fault.
No, you're better now. It's better now. Cool. So
So,
as you were
anyways,
saying,
finally cool to say hi and stuff. And
right on.
we've tried this before, and,
Right.
didn't work out so well, but that's
Right.
cool.
Yeah, it's better now. And my friend, you probably know her, Trisha Brown. You know Trisha? She has a Purple Pelican downtown, store downtown.
Yeah,
She's been my biggest backer on this thing. She's been the sponsor of this thing I'm doing, helping me out a lot. And I was ready to quit a couple times, and she goes, "No, you're not quitting. What do you need?" And I said, "Well, I need a computer to use." And so she got me a computer, which is really cool,
no,
and
that is cool.
she's been my biggest, the biggest friend to the show for sure, and I appreciate her for sure. But it's hard work, like you were saying. It's definitely hard work.
I don't know. Yeah, it's hard work, but the problem for me is I don't know what the heck I'm doing.
Right, right.
I just don't.
Zoom
But
seems to be the best way to do it so far that I've tried. The other ways that we've tried, before it didn't work.
that's good to
Bad.
know.
But this seems to be a little bit better. But yeah, I got that full size Kiss thing back there. I always got them in the picture, when I'm doing this because, they're important. That's all I know.
Yeah, well, mine's right there.
Right on.
No kidding.
Yeah, you got quite the Kiss collection. Definitely.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's all over the place.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see anything, but
Oh, yeah, I can see it. That's awesome.
there's stuff. It's not even just this room. I don't know what it is, but thank goodness my wife loves it.
Right on.
We have good. I mean, we have guitars hanging everywhere in the living room.
That's cool. That's
It's
cool.
not just this office,
Right.
It's
No, that's totally cool.
you go in the bathroom. There's something Kiss.
Right. That's awesome. Right on. Yeah,
So-
I saw that Kennedy thing a little bit, clips of it, and that looked like it was pretty cool. They deserve it for sure.
Yeah, it's parts of it. This thing got me a little teary.
Yeah, for sure. What's
No.
his name? The country guy. Garth Brooks. He smoked on that song. He did a really good job. Like, he's a big Kiss nut, I know too.
He's a huge Kiss fan.
Yeah.
And I don't care what anybody says. I've always loved Garth Brooks. I've said that. I've seen him concert many times.
Right.
I don't care. I mean,
He's
and
good.
the whole and the politics thing,
Who cares? Exactly. It's causing
it's
more
not.
trouble
And
than
to watch the
anything.
interviews, you watch the interviews with, it's not about that.
No, it's not.
Stop
No.
with the whole politic thing,
Right. They
in
just
my
want
opinion.
they just want to present a spectacle, as in their words. It was a spectacle. And
But they always ask, they ask Peter, Gene, and Paul, yeah, and like, what's your opinion on politics? And then all said,
yeah,
I'm not here to,
exactly. Right. Exactly.
which I thought was cool too, because
Yeah,
who
definitely.
gives a shit what what side you go on or whatever.
Right.
So except is what it is.
That's the great thing about music is, it's sometimes it's about politics, what these people sing about or whatever, but usually what I think of it is it brings a lot of people together, more than anything.
Well, yeah, I
And that's what it's about,
agree with that. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
is
There'll be, people on Facebook or whatever online, how can they accept an honor from? Shut up.
how can they not? Yeah. They've been everybody calls him bubblegum sometimes and all this other crazy crap, stupid crap. But you know, first off, anybody in rock and roll who wears makeup, they'll kiss the things for sure. You know, and anybody pretty much in rock and roll, they just always kiss the things, you know, because I don't know, I read that book of theirs that said when they were from 73 to 75, they talked about this book that they have, and they worked hard. You know, they worked their asses off at the expense of themselves, you know, and did whatever they could to do what they were doing. And, you know,
Yeah,
they
a
climbed the
lot of
mountain.
bands, like Rush said, that they were the hardest working band they've
Right,
ever seen
right, right,
because spend 2 hours and
right,
getting everything put together and all that stuff,
right.
which
What do
you
you
can
think about Rush
respect.
touring? What do you think about Rush touring again? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I saw the was that girl drummer now, I
Yeah,
guess. Yeah,
she's
I saw
good.
a YouTube thing and I was like, holy
Yeah,
heck, you know, I was
that I
like,
thought it
she's
was pretty cool. They, you know, Geddy and Alex looked really happy about it, you know, and I've read that they're gonna hire a keyboard player to go on tour with him so he can spend more time just playing bass. Getty said, and so that's kind of cool. You know, I like, you know, it's definitely nostalgia
see,
year for tours and what have you. You know, the last couple of years it seems like, you know, which is cool though. You know, gives me another shot at seeing some of these guys before they're gone. You know, for sure.
yeah, well, that's a very good point right there. Exactly. I agree with you on that
Yeah,
100%. Because I arrested, you know, to see the Rush with the girl drummer.
right. It'd
I
be
mean,
interesting, you know. I've been listening to this AI guy. He's a drummer, Seth Drums. Have you heard of him?
what's his name?
Seth Drums is his name. He's got a Twitch. He does bases it off of Twitch, but I've seen stuff on Facebook and stuff, and he'll AI a song and he'll put it into a different genre. Like the last one I saw was they did No More Tears if it was 80s synth pop, like Depeche
I
Mode.
heard of,
And this
I've
guy,
not heard of that.
this version smoked. It was so good because I used to like Depeche Mode. You know, I still do. You know, but it was like so good. It was almost scary how good it was. You know, it was like
I guess that's
it
good.
blew me away. You know, but he's pretty cool. And then Ellis Defario, I watch his stuff all the time, and he's a nut. He's, you know, I don't
Yeah,
know if he's of this earth really. You know.
yeah, it's funny. My wife will be like, I found this guy on YouTube or whatever. You gotta watch him. You know, I'm like, okay, he sucks. But somebody else will be like, shit, he's badass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was doing. I see him doing like Slipknot songs
I
with
mean
one
that
of
in a
his,
nice way, by the way.
right. But I've been following. I've been. I don't know. I tried to be a guitar player and a vocalist. You know, I had a little thing with my cousin when I was younger. You know, but more than two people in the room, I can't sing. I clam up. You know that. So I figured that one out. But I've been following.
What you can't what?
I've been following drums a lot, you know, lately more than anybody. That Drumeo thing really blows my mind. You know, the last couple ones I've seen was like Steve Smith doing "Wood" by Alice in Chains,
Yeah,
and that
we've been
was
watching those too.
they're pretty
There's
good. John Stamos blew my mind. You know,
we
Uncle
we
Jesse.
watched that too. It's
And holy
great.
shit, he was almost note perfect on his version of it. You know, it seemed like,
All
but
of them have been really good. I myself, if I was ever invited to do that, I'd be like, shit, I might just be horrible, or
right,
maybe I'll nail it. You
right.
don't know.
It's like it, you know,
They're
like
like, write it down.
I know.
Write what down? One, two, three, four.
No shit. But he did pretty good. Stamos did pretty good. He kind of blew my mind. I knew he played drums and played guitar, but I didn't realize, you know, he's got a good ear, you know, for sure, for shit. You know, he can really, because he nailed it on that Papa Roach stuff.
Absolutely.
You know, it's crazy.
I've always respected his drumming before drumming. I mean, you know, I've seen
Right,
his videos and stuff, and
right. Yeah, I never really had seen
the Beach
him
Boys
as a
thing,
drummer.
obviously.
Yeah, yeah. But he was good. He impressed me for sure. You know, I didn't know he was that good. You know,
Yeah, no,
banging.
I understand what you're saying.
Totally. But
Yeah, he's not just playing like a four on the floor. He's actually
right.
can drum.
Yeah, he definitely.
You know, if that makes
So
any.
tell me about Vexy Strut, how you came to go down to California and do all that with the band and stuff. How did you get involved in that?
Sorry, you cut out. There's
How did you get into drumming? What brought you to
Uh,
drums?
I was just asked this the other day on a wrestling podcast, and the first thing I could think of is Kiss because I saw them on. I'm not saying this to be weird, but I saw them on TV like when I was set to see Ace Frehley,
Uh-huh.
2000 Man in 1979 when Dynasty came
Right.
out.
Right.
But which is funny because he's a guitar player.
Right. Right.
But I saw Peter Chris on TV, and I thought, well, I want to sit behind that
Right.
and beat on shit.
Right.
The best seat in the house.
What do you do? Totally.
So Ace Frehley's my favorite rock star of all time, but when I, saw Kiss, that pretty much changed my life.
Right. And they were the same to me because my cousin Kevin and his mom and my mom worked together, and I'm over at his house out there on 26 there when he lived out there with his grandparents. He's playing Iron Man on two strings on a guitar, and he's got Black Diamond blasting on a record player.
There you go.
And I was going, this is more like it. But the backstory is it's like I just put a reel out there with a guy from Atomic Lords of Tokyo out of Portland. This guy's been around the scene for a long time. Paulie Allen is his name, and he was in a band called Love Load and Smooch Knob, a couple others, but he's been around there for like 40 years, I guess, bands and stuff. And I talked to him about, well, my first introduction to music was my mom played the Best of Bread on 8-track for like 2.5 years straight.
My mom played Bread all the time, and Creedence and
Is cool. Bread, I hear him and I kind of want to punch somebody in the face for some reason. They're like the world's mellowest band, and they're just a little too mellow for me. I don't know. They just and my mom played them on 8-track for
I kind of grew up on,
years.
and then there's Bob Seger and
Right.
Fleetwood Mac and all that.
Right. I remember Fleetwood Mac too. They were good.
When I'd first hear it, and well, Crystal Gale, of course.
Right.
But anyway,
Right.
but yeah, growing up on, I kind of see what you're saying when you grow up on that kind of music that your parents play, and you're like, Oak Ridge Boys,
Right.
Alabama,
Right.
it's good shit.
It is. There's, now that I'm older, I appreciate a lot more stuff than I used to. Like, I think I send you. I think I told you about this gal from Missouri that I met online, and she's got a voice that just blows my mind, and she is nowhere near rock and roll. Really, it's more like folk type stuff, and it blows my mind. How she's just grabbed me. And
There you go. Yeah.
and I love it. And so I'm open to other things. I've been
I am too.
so closeted in on hard rock, and I just left it at that for a long time. And now that I'm older, other things have creeped in, and they're pretty cool too. And so, but she
I've
blows
always
my
been
mind.
that way, though. I mean, to me, music, it's good or bad. If you like it or you don't.
Right.
I don't put it like in like a country rock
Right.
categories. If I hear a tune on the radio or whatever
Right.
the heck, if it sounds good, I like it. I don't,
Right.
it's country.
When you listen,
bullshit.
what do you listen to when you hear a song? What's the first thing you hear? Are you going towards drums? You know what I mean?
That's a good question.
Because I'll switch
don't-
back and forth. Sometimes I'll listen to the guitar part will hit me first, or
Yeah, I don't have an answer for that one. I think of it when a song hits you, it just hits you.
yeah, and then that's it. Totally. Yeah, I switch back and forth.
No, I've never been asked that before. That's a great question.
It is a good question. I know. I've been thinking about, and I was asking myself that because, like, I'll switch back and forth. Sometimes it's the bass, sometimes it's the guitar, and I don't. And I thought about it the other day. Why do I switch back and forth? Why is my focus, wandering on the song? At least I'm on the song. Focus is on the song, listening. But I wonder why I gravitate.
Well, yeah, makes sense. It does, yeah. And people always the other thing to me that I've been in so many bands, and I've been very lucky, and I've toured and all that stuff. When you like go to a show for sound check, people always think that you want the bass locked in your monitor with the drums. For me, I want to hear the vocals because
Right
I
on.
can sing along,
Right.
and that keeps me in line. But at the same time, my favorite instrument to hear is a bass guitar.
That's mine too. It's
And
mine
I
too.
can't play bass worth.
I'm trying. I'm teaching myself a
Shit.
little bit. I can't. I was gonna do like five
If that
minutes at
makes
the
any
end.
sense, I don't know.
I was like gonna do it 5 minutes at the end of every podcast, play like rock star or rock guitar hero or something, try to learn some shit that way, figure I'd start out there a little bit, but I suck at that too, really bad. I suck at that worse, I think. I can still play some Metallica
Yeah,
power
I
chords
try.
here and there, but yeah, I don't know.
We have so many guitars and so many bass guitars on the wall. It's
Right,
pretty much decoration.
right.
And I try, I really try, and I get frustrated. I'm like, give me some drumsticks. I can hit
Right.
the drums real
Right.
quick.
So you beat the hell out of
But I know
something,
what I'm doing.
Yeah, guitar's definitely it's a weird beast.
Give me a
That's for
count, no problem. I want to smash a guitar.
sure. Yeah, no, see, don't want to do
I
that.
mean that in a nice way.
Right. So how did you get to where you were down in California? How did that path start?
90, geez, I don't even know, something late 90, 98, whatever. I went to a pro wrestling school. It wasn't a school, it was a boot camp, and it was like 48 guys and I made it
Hmm.
because they beat the living crap out of you
I bet.
for real. I know
Yeah.
it's all fake. You get in the ring with me,
Yeah,
motherfucker. It's not
yeah,
fake at
it's
all.
not fake.
No, it's not.
You're gonna
You got to
feel
pay
it.
your dues. You got to scrub
Right,
toilets. You got to
right,
whatever.
right,
And I had a great run and really bad, like really bad. I mean, they told me don't ever wrestle again because if you do, you land wrong,
right,
you'll be doing this, meaning a wheelchair,
right, right,
you know. But I didn't listen. But then it started getting bad. So I went back to drumming again. And so I went, this is Northern California.
right. Okay.
Then I went to Hollywood and just got in different bands
Right on.
and had a great run.
Right on.
It's kind of cool. I got to live both dreams.
Definitely,
As a
that is
kid growing
cool.
up, you watch wrestling and you
Of
watch
course,
rock and
I
roll.
know. I
And
I
I got to
until
do
my
both.
kid did a elbow drop off the back of the couch onto my back one night, and I thought the roof was caving in because I couldn't breathe. I'm like seized up, and he's just going, and he tapped me out. I go, you fucking bastard. I haven't watched a lot of wrestling since then, but I do still watch it. No, but yeah.
I understand why.
He did it was The Rock, of course. He did the elbow drop, and my God, but it was off the top rope.
Well, there's a quick little video I posted that came up again of me. It's like a clip of, clip world and all that
Right.
fun stuff. You can look it up on
Right on.
my Facebook.
I'll do that for sure.
But it was a good run. And then the drumming thing, I did like, some tribute bands, of course, like
Right.
Kiss and
Right.
Motley Crue.
Right.
And that's fun. But then got to be in Vexy Strut, and that was
Right.
like the biggest thing
Right.
because it was our own song. Boy, was that fun.
Right.
I'll leave that at that. And yeah, and I'm just happy where I'm at right now, home in Oregon,
Right
and
on.
my wife and our cats.
Right on. I love cats. I got a cat that has no back feet, and
No back feet?
he's got no back feet. The mom wasn't a great mom.
What the heck does it mean?
The umbilical cords got wrapped around his feet, and the mom, he was the last one to get free of all that, and by then his feet were, the circulation been cut off. The mom ate part of the feet off.
What the heck?
And he's got like his left one is just skin and bone on the little bone, and then the other one has one little pad. But his upper body strength, his front paws he's yoked. He is a tough son of a bitch. He's no joke at all. And
Well, I've never heard of that
yeah,
before.
but he gets himself around. He gets himself around. He
Really?
has no problem at all. He's beat up on all the cats around
Don't know.
here, my mom's cats and stuff. So I keep him
Well,
separated a little bit, but he needs his
I
milk
almost
check.
I feel bad.
He does just fine. He really does. I mama hen him a lot, because I'm the worst when it comes to animals. I'm a mama hen, big time, and I'll carry him outside,
Cheer.
and he's like growling at me, trying to get away from me. He goes, I don't need to be carried out there. I can do it just
I
fine.
don't-
And
Oh,
no,
he's
it's
telling you
okay.
what.
Yeah, cats rule my roost for sure.
Yeah.
I'm their
Well, yeah,
bitch.
that's what we always say here too. Like the female cat, Samantha, she rules the house.
Right.
I don't know. It's just it's funny how it works. Like we have two cats, one goes to me, one goes to her. That's it.
Mine will
They're
go in my mom's house, and she feeds them on the bar side of the counter. And So they'll get up there, but mine will go in there and he's blocking the food all day long. He'll just sit there and block the food from everybody else. And I go, you can't be that kind of an asshole, dude. So I'll pick him up and move him. And then boom, he's out of there and up on the couch and getting back up because I've got the chair turned so he can bounce up to the bar, of course. So I got to shut the shit, push the chair in so he can't get up there. And then he gets pissed, and looks at me like, fuck you, dude.
It sounds like living here. Same thing.
I just need to start filming it and then putting voices to it. Everything,
No, I told my wife, I go, you and your cat need your own YouTube channel. We'll probably make money off of it.
Yeah, go viral. That's what I'm trying to do, with it.
Anything, whatever.
Exactly. But they're fun though, they keep me more on solid ground, for sure. That's for sure.
Well, they're crazy.
They're batshit nuts. I'm just trying. I'd be nice to them mostly because I don't want them to eat my face when I die. That's what I'm going for.
I know.
I just don't want them to eat my face.
Talked about that. I saw if you were to die and no one were to check on you, they're going to eat your face. I'm like going, what the?
That's not very nice.
So my cat that loves me every night and lays with me in bed. Right. To eat my face if I die?
Maybe that's what I've heard, and I'm not going for it,
That sounds terrible.
Mine sleeps right on my chest right there. And
mine too,
every night,
Every night. Yeah, she has her cat. I have my cat. They do the same thing.
Yep.
Every night.
They're funny fellers, that's for sure.
I don't want to meet my freaking face.
No, I don't want to be mine either. That's why I'm very nice to them. I figure, karma points count, like with this thing, I was a dirtbag for a long time around here, and I, grew up finally. And, obviously I'm doing more right than wrong because things are starting to gel with this, that's all I can say. And, if I had my cat in here, you'd see him. He's I think he's part Maine Coon. And he's only like a year and a half old, and he's like, his shoulders he'll lean over the counter and his arms will just hang, and he'll just be like, just hanging there like he just got out done with the workout, like, come on, test me, motherfucker. Test me. I dare you.
Yeah, I was like maybe 8 years old, and sometimes I get worried about her, but then I'll see her just run back and forth, go nuts. I'm like, you're fine.
Mine caught wind that the neighbor cat was in heat. So, I call him Bunkins because he's got 2 bunk back feet, and that's his name, But this night I let him out. He snuck outside and he's sitting there, and I come back in to get something and he's disappeared. He's gone. Because they're shapeshifters of what they are outside, let me tell you. They turn into whatever, they disappear most of the time.
I'm very well aware of that.
It's like, come on, dude, So it disappeared and he didn't come back. So all night long, I'm walking laps around my mom's house all night long yelling, Bunkins, where are you, Bunkins? And he's down getting late at the neighbors. He comes back about 4 a.m. He's out there dirty. It had been storming a little bit. He's dirty and he's like laying off to the side, like, what up? Little bastard. Now I'm not going to feel bad when I get his nuts cut because he's gotten laid now. So he's good to go, as the way I look at it. They're
that's
gone.
Good
Fucker. But he worried the heck out of him. But he, with his back feet, he's a target out there. We got eagles flying around, and I freak out when they're around, and the coyotes,
Yeah, my mom lives next door, and
right.
there's 3 cats that just went gone.
Yep.
So I'm pretty sure it was,
right.
Well, I'm guessing,
probably
coyote or whatever, something.
That's what I get our cats in by like 5 o'clock usually. I let them out about 8, and they can roam around and stuff. But
no, ours, the 2 that we have right now, we just keep them in.
That's safe because definitely.
I mean, I feel bored and stuff. Moon's running around and shit. And
right. Yeah, there was a bear around here about 2 weeks ago. Because I walked out of the shop here and I could smell them, and they don't smell good at all, bears don't. And he was close or been roaming through or something, but yeah, I worry about the predators and shit,
yeah, I do too. And we have cameras too everywhere. I mean,
right.
And I don't know why we didn't get any footage, but there's a big pile of it. And I took a picture.
Right.
I put online. That's bear shit. Well, it's not on my camera. So who dropped that deuce?
That's what my cat does every time he goes in my mom's house. Is go to their litter box, dumps a big one in there, and it's like my
Oh
mom gets
God.
pissed. He gets pissed.
We deal with that every single day. It's funny, they're not big kitties, but when they use the litter box,
Yeah.
it's
Wow,
like,
dude.
oh my God,
Horrible.
and they always do it when you try to start to eat something,
Right.
and they're shitting. And it's like,
Yep.
not now. It's the
I know.
wrong time.
Wrong time. Exactly.
Yeah, the trials and tribulations of
The trials and tribulations. Exactly.
of the cat wars.
So let's see. So what are you doing right now? Are you wrestling again?
Oh no, I'm too beat up for that.
Right.
No.
You were talking about it a while back or something, and I
Yeah.
remember.
No, I've been offered to do a couple of shows here and there, but I don't. My neck hurts.
Yeah, I get that. I know. I got 12 years ago when I was living in Sandpoint, Idaho. I was jaywalking and this car.
Sandpoint, Idaho.
Yeah, I lived there.
Dude, I've been there, lived there for not lived there. That's not true, but that's funny you say that.
You want to know something about Sandpoint? It's the
I-
same fucking town as Seaside, Oregon. The same to a T.
I stayed there for weeks.
Really? When was that?
Yeah,
I was up there
in
2011 till 2015. I was up there.
I don't know,
It's beautiful place up there. It's
3 or
beautiful.
something.
It's gorgeous up there.
Because my mom at the time was dating a guy who his parents lived there, and we went there and stayed there, and it was snowing like crazy.
It can
And
snow
we had
up
to
there.
shovel the snow off the roof and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know.
I was walking around in like 2 feet of snow in town looking for a job after I got there. And I just stop and I go, I just moved from a shithole just like this. And it was like, not that it's a shithole, it's not, but it's got the same attitude like Seaside does. People downtown, it's just the touristy, upper crusty kind of attitude some people have, like a Cannon Beach attitude. It's like,
well, that's a good
you know what I mean? Yeah, kind of upper crusty, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, I was a kid, so I didn't. I don't know. It was fun being there.
It was cool being there. I loved it while I was there, and
it's just funny. I haven't heard that name in a long time. Sandpoint.
Yeah, they named it like, I think Sunset Magazine named it like best place to live in America, and it blew up. Everybody, all the rich people are buying land up there left and right. It just raised the price on everything and stuff.
What year was that?
This like in 2010 or 2011 or something like that, maybe 2009 or something like that. But
that's interesting.
And boom, everybody started moving up there. They had a lot of richer type people up there anyway, along the lake, of course. Land along the lake is definitely a premium to have. But
I didn't know. Yeah, okay. Well, again, I haven't been there since. Geez, I don't even know. I'm trying to think. Late '90s.
Really?
So.
But that's where I discovered a lot of the Spokane music and stuff, and then Spokane has a really good music scene up there. I know quite a few of the bands and musicians up there, and gotten to know some of them, and they're cool cats, really nice people, it seems, and they got good rock and roll up there, that's for sure. Gary Allen was the morning DJ on Rock 945, and he did those Too Broke to Rock shows, he called them, and free shows for, you won tickets or met the swag wagon somewhere or something, and I saw a lot of good groups up there for sure. And that's like my mission behind all this that I'm doing, the podcast thing, is I want to bring some regular shows down to the coast here somehow, I'd like to do them like Too Broke to Rock free shows, but I don't know if that's totally possible, but.
Where are you at right now? Where are you at right?
My mom's house in Warrenton.
Oh, you are still in Warrenton?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you'd bounced. I didn't know.
No, I'm still here. My mom's sick and not doing the greatest, so I'm the one,
Actually, moved for a while or something, because we've been talking back and forth, but I wasn't quite sure where you were at.
Yeah, I'm just like right next door to the cemetery in Warrenton, over by the high school.
I didn't know you were that close.
Yep.
No, I did not know that at all.
Yeah.
You gotta
So
come by sometime.
I'm gonna definitely, I saw you guys post a lot of pictures the
It'd be
other night,
fun.
your party you had there. You post a lot of
No, that would be
pictures.
fun.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
definitely
I
fun.
can't see
Definitely
my.
fun.
Am I still on this thing?
Yeah,
I
you're
can't.
still on. You're good.
I look okay. I can't see myself. So
But I'm trying, somebody was telling me that bar down there in Seaside, Lion's Den or something like that. It's called. Is that what it's called down there? Lion's Den? Does that sound right?
I have
I'm
no
not.
idea.
I think it's like where the Moose used to be, somewhere around there, that part of town. But allegedly, the guy, from what
I
I've
don't
been told,
know. I've
from
never
what
heard of it.
from what I've been told, the guy who owns it, it was like a recording engineer or something.
I have
And
not a clue.
I was thinking about bringing the podcast into a bar for a night, one night a month or something. And I don't know, do some trivia thing or karaoke thing or something. I don't know. I don't
That'd
know.
be fun.
I think so, something.
I'm trying to split the screen because I can't
I
see
know.
myself.
I was
I,
trying to, and
I
I
feel like
can't
an
find this
idiot
thing.
because I
I'm
don't
not.
know what you can see, and I feel like stupid or something.
No, you're good. You're totally good. I
But
haven't.
no, I have not heard of that place. No, but what do I know?
But I don't know. Something, I've been trying to figure out what I can do with this thing, and I know I could do a lot with it. I've gotten way farther than I thought I would with it, but I don't know. It's just fun. It's definitely fun. I'd like to bring it out to more people, for sure.
Yeah, I do. Can play some drums. We'll play some whatever.
Right. I've been having a jam session over here every once in a while too. Jesse Lee Falls, have you heard of him? He's from Napa. He's a pretty good singer. I've had him on here a couple times, and we'll do a little jam session here. Him and I've had like three other people come in and do it a little bit. And
Hey, I'm up
it's
for
fun.
anything, man.
Okay, I'll let you know next time we
Yeah,
do it and shit for sure. Because I don't know, I can't play. I'm trying to
why
play the
not?
bass, but it's proving difficult. It seems, force figured less strings, it might be a little easier. Fuck no, it's not.
You can't play what?
Bass.
Shit, I thought okay, I
No,
misunderstood you. I'm like,
no.
what the?
No, like these jam sessions, the idea behind it was, okay, I'm going to get in there and play the bass,
Okay,
learn something.
sure.
Fuck, I suck. I suck bad. I try, but I suck bad, so far, but I've gotten better too, than I was, which I don't know. Sometimes they're baby steps, sometimes they're big steps, but most of the times they're really tiny baby steps for me on it.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I haven't played in a long time, but when once in a while when I jump behind this kid,
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I have like 5 or 6 kits. I don't even know how many I have.
Right on.
Whatever, who cares? But once I get behind there, I'm like, shit, you know, give me like an hour, and I'm like, I'm on fire,
Right.
and then it's all good,
Right on.
I guess, in my mind anyway.
So are you playing with anybody at all? Down
No,
at the Legion or nothing?
I hope not. No, I do actually play in front of my wife and 2 cats.
Well, I'm gonna have to come over there one of these days. Definitely.
That's my audience.
That's cool. Cats probably go, oh, there he goes again.
I know. Yeah, one runs, one stays. I got offered a tour of the band. I won't name them, but after went over, to make a long story short, the fun stuff. It'd be fun, It's
Right.
always fun.
Right.
But what am I really going to take home with stuff? Times have changed as
Right.
far as that
Right.
goes.
Right.
I mean, in early 2000s and stuff, when I was touring, I was doing pretty well,
Right.
But nowadays, I mean, it's not the same. It's just not the same.
Right.
Gas, food,
Oh, yeah.
motels, whatever,
Right.
a van, a car.
Right.
It's not the same.
Right.
I'd rather be here with my beautiful woman,
Totally.
and
Totally. I get that.
I do need a job, but
I do too. I'm trying not to, but I need one.
so if you want me to mow your lawn, hire me. And I'm not kidding. It's funny how, like one day or year, you're just like on top of the world,
Right.
and then the next, it's just
Right.
down
I
to
get you on
shit.
that. Totally.
And it sucks because there's no 401k plan when you're
Right.
touring,
Right.
And I knew that a long time ago. And
Right.
so here I am playing for 2 kitties in my life.
Nothing wrong with that though. you know.
Well, yeah, they're not paying me.
Too broke to rock.
Yeah, rock and roll is not dead, but my paycheck is.
Right. That's why Gary made those, you know, he started those shows up there, and you know, he did like 50 of them, I think, which is blows me away because nobody else in the world's done that. You know, put on a continuous set of free shows like that. And he stopped them for a minute, and then all the bands started writing him, say, "Hey, we want to come and play Too Broke to Rock," you know, and so he brought him back for a while, and now he's retired. You know, maybe I've been trying to figure out something for down here, you know, on a semi-regular basis. I'd like to see one once a month, you know, down here would be cool, but a couple a year for starters, you know, would be kind of cool, something along those lines, you know.
Who did you say? I'm sorry, you cut
His
out.
name's Gary Allen. He was the DJ for Rock 945 up in Spokane.
Okay,
And
I'm not sure.
they have a great station, and they really got me into, you know, thinking about things a little bit more with rock and roll, because I was, you know, calling in and winning contests through them, you know, on the radio line, and I'd go see those Too Broke to Rock shows and send them stupid stuff, stupid videos I made. Like Rock Hard in the Park is their outdoor festival they have up there, and Bullbeat was opening for it. Well, a couple weeks before, I was going to pick up my stepkid at his friend's house, and there's a pygmy goat humping their dog. And I went, Idaho's going to be really weird. This is like 2 months after I moved up there. You know, I go, Idaho's a little strange. So the next time I go pick him up, I bring my camera and I'm following this goat around, talking dirty to it,
I don't know if I'm
trying to entice
or
it.
not.
And I dub Hallelujah Goat by Bullbeat over the top of it. But you can still hear me talking dirty to this goat, trying to entice it. And I send it into the radio station, and they go, "Oh, this boy's bonkers, you know, he's nuts," you know. But got to know all the DJs and shit, and so a lot of the bands up there, and there's it's a nice group of people up there. It's pretty cool community up there, music wise.
That's cool. No, that's new to me. But
Yeah,
that's
they've
a
got
funny
some really
story,
good
though.
bands out there. But yeah, that's how I started with them. You know, they go, "Oh, this guy's nuts." But at Rock Hard at the Park, Buns, I think it was, he was emceeing it. He goes, "And Latin Idaho's going to love these guys." And that was my little nickname that GA gave me, Gary Allen gave me. So they go, "Latin Idaho's going to love these guys." And out comes Bullbeat playing Hallelujah Goat. And I was going like, "Score!" That was so cool. It was stupid, but it was cool. You know, I
No,
get
it's
that.
not.
But
That's great.
you know, it's stupid little story. Plus, I got here's the good story, and if I'll allow you in on it. I'm good. I my a friend, a gal from Seaside. Her mom owned a shop in Seaside for a long time. She cut Kiss's hair in the like Eastern Washington in the early '70s when they toured through there. So she cut their hair, and she has their hair. And I'm like 16, hanging out with her daughter. You know, we're talking and shit, good friends. And I'm reading sci-fi books at the time, and I've had the same dream about this hair ever since I was 16. Is I'm cloning it and making my own Kiss Army, and I'm serious about it. I'll go to China to do if they get the technology going fast enough. I don't care, you know. But I know you got a lot of Kiss stuff.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
I know. I want to go over and play. I know you're the man. But that'd be. I've had the same thought and dream. I'm making my own Kiss Army. So me and my Uncle Joe, we were talking on Facebook one day, and I tell him what I just said to you, and he goes, "You will never ever have a paycheck again because Gene will sue you, and he's never lost. He will win." I said to him, "They signed off on the hair when they autographed it. They signed off. It ain't their hair." So he and I are getting in this argument, and he's all of a sudden the voice of reason on this thing. And it's like he's never been the voice of reason for nothing in his life. And
Just listen to him.
he's just afraid for me, like, "You'll never ever have a paycheck again." And I'm just rolling during this thing. But I would clone it and make my own Kiss Army. I would. I'm totally I'm not lying at all. I'm not.
I remember the bass player said to Paul Stanley, "Thank you for ruining my life. I've been trying so hard to make money because I wanted to be you, and I made nothing."
I said when I won the Father's Day contest out of Rock 945 in 2018, and Only thing I could say to him was, "Thank you for the music. I love you." And he like cocked his eye off, his eyebrow, all weirdo. I just shrugged my shoulders. I said, "That's all I got." It was awesome. I don't care. I said the same thing every other schoolgirl has said to him. So
All right, yeah, got some good background music. I hope you can hear it. Just here to kind of go over some stuff with, we're gonna use lots of words like kinda, so you kind of just get it, right? You're buying your first guitar and you're just trying to figure out, hey, is this a piece of shit or is this a okay guitar to start on? When you go in and you're looking at guitars, play every string on every fret. And what that does is it kind of tells you if the frets are aligned or if the neck is straight. A lot of these things can be corrected after the fact, but it's best to kind of find a guitar that's going to fit and not be buzzy. So the thing I'm looking for is buzzes. Buzzes are when a string that you pluck, you just want to pluck it gently, sounds clean. And if I go up here on this guitar, you can hear a little buzz if I pluck it too hard. If I pluck it real light, you can hear it comes out kind of clear. Hope the music's not too distracting, but you hear that little buzz? Oh, there it is. There's a lot more. I'm strumming a little harder, but just lightly. I can get it to go. As soon as I strum it strong, you get this buzz. So I do every fret. You can hear it a couple times. It'll buzz. Try to strum it the same strength each time. Those buzzes mean that you have a high fret or your neck is not straight. You want a straight neck. The things that can be adjusted, people can adjust these little nuts by adding spacers or cutting the groove a little deeper. And the same thing with the bridge here. You can adjust that bridge, but that's an after the fact thing. When you're picking up a guitar for the first time, you really just want to have one that has nice, clean, no buzzing, wackiness. You're probably not going to play up here as a beginner, but it's nice to know that the neck is straight all the way. And do that with each string. And when you hold the fret down, you want to hold it right behind the fret. You don't want to hold it back here. You want to hold it like right up against the fret. If you hold it back here, you're going to get a buzz right away. So each time you're testing your little string there, you want to hold it right there, right behind the fret. And we're doing that on the low E now. Here we're going to go. You hear that buzz? That's because this fret is too high. So this is a Fender guitar. Not a bad brand, but it has a fret that's out. And it doesn't bother most people most of the time, only when you're playing up here. So as a beginner, if you're playing down here, this guitar is fine for you. You're going to be in the first 5 to 8 frets. You're going to be learning chords and which note goes where. But that's how I try to pick a guitar out. And I thought I did good with this one, but it's been back and forth to Mexico. It's been humidity changes. Wintertime's going to change the guitar. But basically, when you're looking for a guitar, you want to make sure all of those frets are nice and flat. Another way you can do is kind of like look right down the frets. And if the neck looks like it's got a bow to it, or you can sometimes see a high fret. There's other tools or little straight edges that you can put across them. They're called rockers. You rock between the two with a little straight edge. I don't have mine right here in front of me to show you. That kind of sucks, but basically when you're looking for a guitar, you want to find yourself a nice, non-buzzing guitar. That way when you play a chord, you get very little buzzing. Acoustics typically buzz a little bit. That's kind of their thing. They like to do that. Electrics are going to be a different ballgame. So we're just talking about a regular 6-string acoustic guitar, and you want to have it so it doesn't buzz. So if I play a chord way up here, I'm getting buzzing, and it drives me crazy. So I know I have to fix this, and I can do it after the fact, but I really wish I just bought the guitar without a high fret. It's not really hard to fix a fret. It's a matter of finding the fret and then sanding it a little bit and polishing it back up and getting it back to being flat. So a fret rocker is basically got three sides. One for the frets that are far apart, and you just rock her between the two frets, and if it rocks, then you know that fret that you're over in the middle is too high. So that's just a basic starting point when you're trying to go buy your first guitar, or any guitar. As you're going through and buying guitars, one day you'll buy another guitar and you'll go, this thing's a piece of junk, it sounds horrible. It can probably be fixed, but let's just start with, when you're looking at a pawn shop or a guitar shop, just test each string and rock on and be as creative as shit. You can do it.